Hey folks, Darren here, Mr. Sandsman. Welcome back to the channel. A few requests after I did my Halloween showdown, the Halloween Blu-ray 4K showdown that you can watch up there somewhere if you haven't seen it already. So a few requests came in after that for me to do Halloween 2. I don't have as many versions of Halloween 2. I used to do. I used to have loads of different versions of Halloween 2, but over the years with, getting rid of Laserdisc and DVD and VHS, things like that, I stupidly got rid of them. But I did have the original UK Thorn EMI VHS way back when it came out. Probably I picked it up in the mid-80s, I think. It was released on home video here in about 1982, and I had this beautiful VHS that they brought out, which had a spoiler on the back of it. Look at that, Michael in all his glory on fire, telling you exactly how the end of the movie goes. But that's the sort of thing they used to do back in the 80s. But I can go back as far as, I think, around about 2011 with my collection that I currently have on Halloween 2. I got rid of, I think there was the Good Times DVD that came out in the sort of early 2000s or late 90s, I think. I had that for a long time. Remember the one with the cardboard clippy front and everything? For some reason, I thought I still had it, but no, it's gone. I'm not sure where it is. I must have got rid of it in a moment of insanity. But I do have this 30th anniversary version here, which was released by Universal. This was released on September the 13th, 2011, as I said, to celebrate the 30th anniversary, and has its original aspect ratio of 2:3:5:1, and I think it was the first time that we really saw it in a high definition format. However, I do remember being a little bit picky about some grain and scratches and things like that that are still visible on this version. But if you have this, hold on to it, because it has one of the most unique extras that you don't get on any of the other Halloween 2 versions whatsoever. There is the full-length documentary of Terror in the Aisles. I spoke about that on my last episode. Fantastic horror documentary. The full-length documentary is an extra on this Halloween 2 version, so well worth picking up if you can get your hands on it. Amongst other things on there, there's a alternate ending and deleted scenes. We have the 5.1 DTS mix on here as well, but nothing much other than an alternate ending and some deleted scenes on here. I think we see some of the scenes from the TV cut, if I remember rightly. When I was looking into this online today, I read something about the fact that Universal removed Mustafa Akkad's credit off this version, and apparently there was a replacement disc service because of the backlash from the fans that they'd removed his credit from here. Now, I'm not sure why that happened, but they replaced his credit with Universal and MCA Company Presents at the start. Now, it sounds kind of odd to me why they would do that, especially after his death in 2005. But apparently the fans kicked off and a replacement disc was offered. Now, I haven't looked at this to see if this is one with Mustafa Akkad or Universal on there, where I will check it out later on. But this is the first time I heard about that, which is interesting. I'll just give you a little closer look at this. Not really much on there. And the artwork's pretty bog standard as well. Not using the original Halloween font at all. And that's the inside. Next up is a Scream Factory 2-disc collector's edition, which came out, I think, the year after. There we go, that's that one. Give you a closer look of that on the front. There's a sticker on the front here that says, "Even more of the night he came home." 2 discs loaded with Scream Factory extras, rare TV cut of the film with alternate footage, making of documentary, 2 commentaries, and much, much more. Frank and I did a breakdown of the TV cut on TSL Movie Podcast. I'll put a link up there so you can check that out if you want. We did a little watch along of it, and there are quite a lot of differences. It does feel like a bit of a different movie when you watch it. There are some interesting editing choices in there which make it look and feel slightly different to the theatrical version, but it's definitely worth watching if you have this version. So what else have we got on there? We've got audio commentaries from Rick Rosenthal Rosenthal and Leo Rossi, stunt coordinator Dick Warlock, the documentary The Nightmare Isn't Over, the making of Halloween 2, featuring interviews with cast and crew, a featurette Horror's Hallowed Grounds, revisiting the original filming locations, deleted scenes, alternate endings, still gallery trailers spots. Disc 2 has the television cut on there. The film script accessible via DVD-ROM. This also reinstates Mustafa Akkad's producer credit, which was controversially removed from the previous disc that I told you about. Okay, what else have we got? We've got this newly commissioned artwork as well, which is kind of okay. And then underneath, you do get a reversible sleeve with the original Halloween 2, the really cool Halloween 2 original artwork there, all new. Those are the discs. You got the television cut there. This was a really cool addition, was this. I remember when I first received it, you know, couldn't wait to dive into this. Halloween 2 is one of my favorite of the franchise. I think it's probably my second favorite of the franchise. I love Dick Warlock's portrayal of the Shape. I think he gets a lot of flack for it. You know, people saying he's slow and robotic and all that kind of stuff, but I just think that he's a wounded Myers. I like to think of him that way. He's a wounded Myers who's kind of carrying on the same night, full of bullet holes and knitting needle marks and knife wounds, you know? And I think Dick Warlock did a great job. I think he's the second best Michael Myers in the whole franchise. And a really top bloke to boot as well. Last year I had the real privilege of being able to interview him. You can check that interview out up there at that link. And he was an absolute gentleman. I specifically wanted to talk to him about the firewalk, and he obliged, and we just spent half an hour, 40 minutes talking about that one stunt, because he kind of glosses over it a lot of the time, and no one's ever really been able to kind of pin him down and talk about how the firewalk was set up, you know, his involvement with it and how it was executed. But you know, I sat down with him for a good hour and chatted about it, and he was a true gent, So, like I said, check out that interview, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it, folks. It was a really nice, relaxed interview with Dick Warlock. One of the highlights of having a YouTube channel. Next up is the Halloween 2 Scream Factory version, which was included in the 15-disc box set, which is exactly the same, pretty much, as this version here. It's just different packaging, 2 discs, exactly the same features. I'll just show you exactly how it looks, just differently packaged, that's all. And the discs look slightly different to the previous version, and I think, if I remember right, no, you don't get any reversible artwork with this one, but a great addition to the box set that we all got, what, 10-12 years ago now, I think it was. I'm going to skip forward to last year, and Viavision in Australia brought out this version. Now it's Blu-ray. And I just kind of, I don't know why I bought it. Maybe I was drawn to the lenticular cover or something, and the lenticular cover doesn't actually do very much. And they don't even use the original font or anything. And the packaging is okay. You get that slipcase there. They couldn't stop him. Now he's back. And this includes a 1080p high definition presentation of the theatrical cut. An audio commentary by Dustin McNeil, co-author of Taking Shape, Developing Halloween from Script to Screen, audio commentary with Rick Rosenthal, which we get on all the other discs, The Nightmare Isn't Over, the making of Halloween 2, Horror's Hallowed Grounds, the Sean Clark episode, pretty much everything that's on the other discs. But you do get some art cards with this as well, which I shall show you now, and they're just stills that they've grabbed from the film. There's Bud and Nurse Karen. There's a picture of Jamie Lee Curtis having a bit of a turn. Mr. Loomis, Dr. Loomis. The dentist and Ben Tramer. Dr. Loomis and Sheriff Brackett. And then a picture of Jimmy and Laurie. Now, for some reason, they don't give you any pictures of Michael Myers there or anything like that. But again, the artwork is just, I mean, look at that's terrible. What were they thinking? That's a really poor looking cover there. I'll show you the back again. And I think, if I remember rightly, the the art, the reversible side is a really poor quality image as well. I think these were limited edition, limited to 1,500, and I managed to get my hand on number 803. I don't think there's anything else in here. I think that was it. Yeah, just those postcards there. No poster, nothing like that. So a kind of disappointing addition to the collection. They also did one on Halloween 3 as well, which I'll talk about in another episode, which has got a really interesting commentary on it. But yeah, Via Vision, Halloween 2 lenticular Blu-ray that came out just last year. And then the granddaddy, the Ultimate Edition, is the Scream Factory version that came out about 3 years ago. This triple disc version. It has pretty much everything on there, but a new 2021 4K scan from the original camera negative, new Dolby Atmos mix, which I'm all in favor of, all the television cut and everything else that's been on all the other discs. So it's kind of everything cobbled together and to create the Ultimate Halloween 2 disc in 4K. There's the front cover, discs inside. There's the Ultra HD version, the TV cut, and the theatrical cut. And I think it's reversible artwork. Yes, it is. You get the newly commissioned artwork and that great original artwork as well. So that's it. That's the one that I would recommend if you're going to buy this. If you don't have 4K, there's a Blu-ray on there as well, so you can enjoy the movie that's taken from the original 4K scan. Ultimate Edition, I'd say. I don't think you can get much better than this until 8K comes out, I guess. But no, Halloween 2 is one of my favorite in the franchise. I just love the fact that it feels like the next day. It feels like a proper continuation. You know, they used Dean Cundy, they used a lot of the same crew from the original film. John Carpenter was obviously on set a lot of the time. And so all the feels are there. Everything, the atmosphere in the movie just feels right. Just feels like the original. It's a bit heavier on the violence, but I think it's a worthy sequel to the original movie, and I wouldn't change it at all. I honestly wouldn't do. Let me know down below what you think about Halloween 2 and what versions you have. Have you got anything different to what I have? I'd be interested to know. Comment below and let's have a chat about it. And in the meantime, I'll be back very soon. And thank you again for all the support on this channel. It really, really is touching that so many of you are watching at the moment. And, you know, I have a lot of people to thank for getting to where I am at the moment, but it took me too long. So thank you everybody for your support. If you're not subscribed, please consider it. And if you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, that would really help this video get out there to all those Halloween fans and physical media fans as well. That's it for now, folks. I shall speak to you soon. Cheers.